Nate, Black History Month is back.
Woo!
Happy Black History Month to you, sir.
Yeah, happy 28 days. You don't get one of the big ones.
Why you had to mention that out the gate?
Yeah, it's just one of those things people bring up all the time. Give it a month instead of a week, people. Come on.
I think the best way to start this show would be to highlight some of our favorite moments involving some of the more African American or Black members of the show. What say you?
I concur, sir. Do you
Okay.
concur?
I concur, and I'll start. One of
Lay it
my
on me.
favorite moments on this show involving a person of the melanated skin and identifies as Black and or African American is the moment when Juju
All right.
actually, this happened a couple times. Juju has this omnipresent, this omniscient force ability to put guests in their place. I've seen him do it with Mike Schur. I've seen him do it with Nick Wright. And
I thought that's where you're going with this.
And I love the fact that these folks don't know Juju like that, right? Like they don't know Juju like they might know Dan. They don't know Juju like they might know some of the more tenured people on the show, like Mike Ryan. But they know enough to know to not fuck with Juju. So I just love the fact that, you know, it's you can be Mr. Nick Wright stealing ideas with a TV show and da-da-da-da-da, but you know, still, this man with the fabulous hair can put you in your place. Kind of makes me wonder why Nick Wright don't kind of treat Amin the same way. Like, what is it about when Juju says something, Nick Wright's like, damn. But then when Amin's like, yo, you stole from us, Nick Wright's like, did I? Did I steal your little MVP bar? How about you?
Me, person that I'm sure lots of people miss being regularly on the show. Got his own podcast, though, a couple months ago. That's Dominique Foxworth. The picture eating. Or anytime he was on hyping up Stu. Loved those segments. Wow.
We started talking about melanin, and the wife was like, hey.
Yeah. There she is, because, well, waving. We'll touch on what she just set off next to me later. But yeah, Dominique Foxworth, the picture eating part, or just anytime he was on hyping up Stu, or oh man, the back and forth. I love the hate he gives Greg Cody. Love it. Yes. Love the hate he gives Greg Cody.
Yes. Because more people should do it. But you can't, because not many people are in the space to. Like, you can't do it if you're one of the fucking shipping containers. You can't do it with them. They can't do it because, like, you don't care.
I mean, people would argue that Chris Cody does it to his dad, and that gets on some people's nerves.
He does it a little bit too much, right? And it's a little ornery, and it's also a little bit Bam Margera and his father, right? It's a little like, you're going a little bit too hard, fam. But the way Dominique does it, you can see Greg kind of like, damn, I should kind of listen to what you say, because, like, this is an NFL athlete, a man who has risen through the ranks of sports media like a 50,000-year green comet currently flying through the sky. And when he says you are completely useless and you are trash, I don't know if he said those exact words, but I feel like it was close to it. It kind of has to mean something. I like that. That was a good shout. I like that.
Shall we jump on in?
Jumping in. Cannonball!
Fire it up. All right. Hello and welcome, Fan Le Batardians, to the Fan Le Batard Show podcast, the fastest growing Dan Le Batard Show YouTube channel. That's right. I did have a couple notes from when you guys were out, and that's you guys did mention the YouTube channel. You didn't say the slogan, and friends, we're blowing up. They mentioned last time, they said the number 50,000. They didn't let you know what it meant. 50,000 views. Well, guess what? You know where we're at right now? 94,000 views, friends. 50,000 views in January alone. We are the fastest growing Dan Le Batard Show fan YouTube channel. So you're going to want to subscribe. You're going to want to like. You're going to want to put those notifications on because we're blowing up, putting out the tent. Although we did take a brief little break from the tent, but the content machines are firing on all cylinders, putting out a lot of shorts from the things that happened this weekend. Big sports weekend. Am I right, Bryan?
Super big, super big. Kind of disappointing, but
Yeah.
also, I think we are blessed with being in a situation of having two of the best teams in the NFL currently facing off in the Super Bowl in a couple weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Eagles, Chiefs, going to be epic. Part of me fears that it's going to be an Eagles blowout because the Chiefs are banged up. And, you know, people would say don't put it past Mahomes, but he did get blown out by the Bucks a couple of years ago. But then maybe he has something to prove. But I'm not going to be no jabroni. I believe in them. I'm fearful of it, but I'm hopeful for a good game. What say you?
You cannot.
Don't put me on blast, Bryan.
You cannot. You cannot, in the year of his airness, the year of 23, disrespect football's 23 and Patrick Lebron Mahomes II. All right?
That's his middle name?
Come on. Now he look a little bit darker to you, don't he? Yeah, I see how that work in your brain, right? Listen, you can't. What was the track record with him versus Cincinnati?
0-3, at least against Burrow.
Exactly. And did he not rectify that ship?
He sure did, Bryan. Putting it on his hobbled ankle, hobbling around, but getting it done.
What was his track record against seeing two high safeties last year? It wasn't good.
It wasn't good. Okay,
it wasn't his standard.
Yeah.
It wasn't his standard.
It wasn't
right?
his standard. Not
his
too
standard,
high.
Right?
No. Oh wait, is that what the Bucks did to him? Is that what the Bucks started?
What happened this year?
No Tyreek, baby.
And he still said, you know what? You can keep two high safeties. I'm fine with that. Because you know why? We got Isaiah Pacheco. We got checkdowns. We got drag routes, right? Bang. The idea that pressure eliminates positive yards, pressure eliminates points.
I'm with you.
Pressure eliminates Patrick. I'm here with you. But
pressure makes diamonds.
And you know what Patrick Mahomes translates to directly in Portuguese?
What?
Diamond Man.
Whoa.
Listen, I agree with you, and I understand that take, and I would honestly be on board with you, despite how much I hate the Eagles, if it wasn't for PLM. And if we're talking about PLM, I saw you.
I had to do a stop. I was like, wait, are we tying it back into...
if we're talking about PLM...
The Black History Month deal?
The man who throws footballs 60 yards this way while being perpendicular, like horizontal, parallel, that's the word. Sorry, geography. Oops, geometry. Damn. If that's the word, you're the teacher. If this is the man we're talking about, it's hard for me to not bet with him. They're gonna get some of their wide receivers back, which is crazy that we're talking about this, right? They're gonna be at the spot where they might be able to get Nicole Hardman. Like that's the person. Nicole Hardman. And who else went out that game?
It was Juju Smith-Schuster out or Kadarius Toney?
Tony.
What happened to Juju?
Smith-Schuster.
If they can't get somebody back, like that the Eagles are a meat grinder. So,
Juju's injury, his knee injury against the Bengals
mm,
cost him $1 million
oh my goodness.
incentive. Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
which, I got something to say about that at a later date about this whole injuries and players losing money, but we'll
Mm,
say that for maybe an end of the year
okay.
reflecting on the season. But spoiler alert, I think the NFL, like, we got to stop with this. Unless, I mean, I guess incentive wise, I could understand that, but the whole player goes on IR, pay them less. If you can't protect their safety, protect their money.
At
That's what I say.
Corey, at Corey Joel, aka Joel Corey on Twitter, states that Chiefs wideout Juju Smith-Schuster didn't meet the criteria for a $1 million incentive due to a knee
Okay.
injury in the AFC title game. He needed at least 50% offensive play time in a KC win, 65 catches and 900 receiving yards in the regular season. He had 45% play time.
Mm.
Hopefully it's paid anyway. So supposedly there is some wiggle room there. I don't see what would force them to do that. Maybe if he, I don't know, plays in the Super Bowl and does some helmet catch David Tyree type stuff. Maybe I go, you got it, buddy. Take
Which
your 1 million.
that was a great legal catch, Brian. Unlike the Devonta Smith catch, which ended up not being a catch, which folks, you can go to our YouTube channel where I made a short YouTube exclusive and talked about how everything is connected. Saturday night, what happens? NBA officials miss the LeBron James call. You don't think NFL refs are seeing that and being like, all right, game on, folks. I can let a couple things slide, you know? And so what would have happened if the Lakers get that call? Right. I'm telling you, in that video, you can go and see in detail how I break it down. But Eagles, they're losing if the Lakers get that call. Chiefs, they're going to overtime, but they're still winning. Okay.
I like where you're headed there. Uh, you know what I don't like?
What?
I don't like the referees and
Nah,
their apology.
that is clear. There was so many comments on the shorts that I was making and stuff of people just referees. I tweeted out something as a joke, more like unnecessary roughness head, which that was a legal call. Great call. But a lot of people complaining about the refs. Still, people are commenting on it several days later, which means people are searching it, angry about the refs. And someone even commented about the Bengals on the LeBron James short of the
Of
foul.
course.
So refs this, refs that.
Well, it doesn't help when the refs then, after the fact, kind of rub salt into the proverbial wound with that apology. You got the apology somewhere around here, right, Nathan?
I do have the apology, Brian, and I think they talked about this on the Dan Le Batard show. How it was a weird sounding apology. So I'll read it again, and then I think we're gonna have some fun with this. Like everyone else, referees make mistakes. We made one at the end of last night's game, and that is gut wrenching for us. This play will weigh heavily and cause sleepless nights as we strive to be the best referees we can be. Love you, LeBron. Added that last part.
It fit though. It
Yeah.
fit.
Mm-hmm. Kind of weird. So I'm thinking,
Do you think the refs like who is the
I
ref
know
that
who's
types that?
I
Like
know
who
exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Who's typing that?
who
Who's proof?
controls?
Is that being read by like a bunch of other referees? Like, yeah, that's good. Let's send that out. And do you really, is someone actually out there like losing sleep, like twisting to, I can't believe I missed that call for LeBron James in a regular season game against the Celtics?
Only the referees that had money on the Lakers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I mean, shoot. I think you understand it. I mean, sure, the NBA wants to fix the system, but I think at this point you think we'd understand there's gonna be some error. Obviously, that error was egregious, but that statement was definitely unique in its right. So I'm thinking, like, what would that statement sound if we put some different music behind it, a couple different vibes, like I'm thinking, could we make it more epic? Could the referees have like a more supportive or stronger tone?
Well, Amin actually kind of was it Amin? I think it was Mike Ryan on one of the episodes where Dan wasn't there, which we'll get into later. He kind of spoke about this. Would you? Was it him? Someone on the show. I like to give credit. One of them motherfuckers said, "Would you watch a sporting event if?" Oh wait, no, I'm lying. Oops. Dominique Foxworth said it.
Oh, hey.
See, I just want to credit amazing things to amazing people, and unfortunately, that was the wrong person. So Dominique Foxworth on his podcast stated, "Would you watch an NFL game if it was set to a soundtrack, like an NFL films type of viewage?" So how would you picture this NBA referee tweet if it indeed was also set to a soundtrack of epic proportions?
Yeah, I think it'd go a little something like this. Oh. Feel that? Look, we all make mistakes, all right? Get off our backs. Jeez, you guys out here acting like somebody died or like, somebody denied Bronny from going to college, all right? Get off our backs. We made one last night. We know it. You know it. Move on. And yeah, it hurts. It cuts a little deep, okay? And maybe some of us are going to lose some sleep. Not really. No, we're not. We're not going to lose sleep. Move on. It's 82 games. It's one game. How about you get out of 13th place, LeBron? We're going to be the best we can be. Maybe you be a little bit better, LeBron.
Now that's a little bit too rough. What if it needed to be a little bit more like gentle, a little more softer?
Okay.
Maybe more, Damn. We all make mistakes. Bron, I know you made your fair share. But allow me to be the bigger and the better person when I admit mine. I'm sorry. I can't sleep at night. I can't eat no food.
Not eating.
I look to you.
All the time.
Don't know what to do.
Confused.
I don't know where to go.
Can't go.
But every time I see you on Get Up, I can't get up. Girl, you are fed up. Beanie Bus, you lost your trust.
Owner.
Damn.
Lakers.
Damn.
Yeah. Could really feel that one there. But what if I just feel like, it just depresses the referees and the refs need to be inspired, right?
Okay.
Like
Hyped up, right?
Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, yes, we made mistakes. We've been there before. And yes, this mistake was bad. Some would say it was gut-wrenching. I say it's heartbreaking. But that does not mean that we cannot rise above it. We will become better for this. We will change the review system. We'll do it in a way that's fast, that will add more commercials so we make more money. And yes, LeBron, you get more money for more pay.
Rah!
We can increase our pay too from $250,000. Please do not fine us for missed calls. We will be better. Referees out.
If I was a ref, that'd hype me up. I'd run out of the tunnel with smoke. Smoke billowing from Hades himself as I get ready to enforce the rules of the game of basketball.
Yeah, sometimes, Brian, you just need to laugh it off,
Well,
Oops.
I guess that's pie on my face.
Cherry pie. Oh, did you see where he fell on the floor? Hey, in all seriousness, we made a mistake. We're gonna fix it, okay? You know, I understand. I understand it hurts, okay? We'll get better, you know, and we're gonna get better. We're gonna improve. But I mean, you said you really got to kind of laugh at it, you know?
Just smile. We're all human.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I wanna always give the referees the benefit of the doubt, right? I always wanna make sure that I remember the same way players can make mistakes, like Josai, maybe committing a penalty that gives the Chiefs an easier field goal.
I think Osai.
What I say, Josai?
Josai.
That's the owner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Like we're all human, right? I don't get particularly devastated when players on my teams, my favorite teams, make mistakes. So shouldn't we extend that same bit of comfort to the referees?
Mm-hmm.
You know what we shouldn't extend that to?
What, Brian?
The bullshit Meadowlark PTO ideology.
Whoa, shots fired.
Listen, I'm all about work-life balance, right? I'm all about it. Happy employee, good production, good bottom end. It all makes sense, right? There's
Tight
countless
bottoms.
ooh. You can look up countless studies about countries, cities, companies that establish 4-day work weeks and how much they're getting work done in a small amount of time and everyone's happy and no one's leaving and turnover's low, right? All that's great. One tidbit that I've always noticed with these types of examples is the people aren't generally the product, right? We all tune in to the Dan Le Batard Show.
I do.
This guy does.
Every day.
For a product. That product is entertainment. That product is love. That product is mental acuity. That product is news. That product is a lot. And it all hinges on certain people being there to deliver said product. Why are we a month into the new year and the people at Meadowlark are still treating it like it's a holiday schedule? Dan, I get it. I get it, Dan. You're a hard worker. I get it. But at the same time, I don't. If the show if the show is going to drop in I don't want to say quality, but if the show is going to be that different when you're not there, sir, please listen to us when we say we need a mean in the studio for all the days you weren't there. If he can't be there, then guess what, sir? You don't take a break. Because if I have to deal with the Dan Le Batard Show turning into a mother baseball podcast, I just
so this is now we're getting to the root here. Is it a PTO problem, Brian? Or is it a baseball problem? Is it a baseball card problem?
It's a PTO problem because if
I've been looking to get some old football cards, maybe open them up on this podcast.
I like that. If Billy was there, he wouldn't allow this nonsense to happen for as long as it happened the past 2 days. If Jess was there, today is today. Oh, I know we do. Sorry,
today.
But
what day is today? You won't know. We're not going to mess up and tell you.
January 31st.
You don't know when we recorded this.
January 31st and January 30th, and I believe the 29th. 29th, Billy was there. But if Jess is there,
or the 1st of February or the 2nd of February. When was this recorded? Did we do this at the butt crack of dawn? I don't know.
Tenet, listen to me. If you can't be there, Dan, to steer the show away from being too deep in the weeds with certain topics, then the rest of the cast need to be there, bro. If the rest of the cast ain't gonna be there, I'm just sorry. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I just, like, bro, I don't go many days where I don't finish an episode of the Dan Le Batard podcast.
Wow. Did
hour
you
two, hour two, could not do it yesterday.
Yesterday, hour 2?
Just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. And I don't speak for the world. I'm sorry. I know I don't speak for the world, despite me having a NASA hoodie on right now. But there is a vocal minority, and don't say anything because I'm black and it's Black History Month. It's a vocal minority saying what I'm saying, parroting what I am parroting, harpy eagling what I am harpy eagling. And we can't be in the situation where this happens anymore. So at some point, we're going to have to nip it in the bud. Jess, you don't have to be on the show. We haven't got an F1 minute in a minute.
Well, there's no F1, Brian. F1's over.
Well, then figure it out.
There's no F1.
Figure it out.
For an F1 minute.
I don't
even follow F1, Brian.
I want to highlight jumble. Okay.
I'll edit that out.
I want to ultimate frisbee frolic.
They talk Thai.
I want it set to music and her talking fast. Okay.
Oh, you want her? Okay, a highlight jumble, her talking fast. You're asking a lot, bro.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, a lot
Can
of the
you
people
give me
on
a
the
Black
show,
History Month bumble right now or something?
Right. Throw the music on.
Throw the music on. What would?
Throw the music on.
Throw the music on. Throw the music on.
You better not throw on racist music.
Okay. There's a lot of pressure here right now, folks. Oh man, I just
see, no, you already fumbled it. But no, all I'm saying, I'll give you a Black History Month minute.
Yeah, right now.
No, relax, next time.
Okay,
because this isn't happening in Black History.
We don't have a sponsor for it, and we don't feel good doing. Someone needs to pony up for this.
Bingo.
Sheets and giggles, Ty.
That's all I'm saying.
Talk to him.
Get it together.
Those sheets look awfully white to me.
You don't feel a way when the show isn't all there as the show members, like it. You don't like. You know,
this week I've enjoyed the shows this week. I will give it to you that
honesty. There you go.
Here's what I'll say. Hour number 1, I listened to really fast, and I didn't care because I don't connect with the old baseball talk. So I wasn't into the number 2 thing, but they can't do every single episode that you're gonna be like really like into, but I didn't like, to me that didn't suffer from their PTO policy and whatnot.
How not? Because
I don't know why Dan's out.
If Billy was there,
health issues.
Billy was there, if Jess was there, if Dan was there, that wouldn't have droned on for that long. We wouldn't have had 18 dueling lists of number 2 baseball people.
Look, I like Mike Schur, which, by the way, everyone, you're welcome. I'm the one who first brought up that the show had a East Coast bias on Zoom as a bit. Said they didn't talk enough West Coast. And I said, where's your Sacramento Kings talk? And I got Stu Gotts to play Crown 'em or Clown 'em. And now look what happens. Mike Schur is the Sacramento Kings correspondent. We are tastemakers. We are movers and shakers. What was another thing that I'm responsible for? There was something else. When I think of it, I'll let you know, because you know what? I still can't think of it. But there's another thing.
Mike Schur
stole my bit from Zoom. Definitely.
He stole your bit. Huh, last time I checked, Mike Schur isn't the only one from Connecticut.
Whoa.
Like, I'm just saying. And last time I checked, I asked some people, he ain't been home in a while. So listen, Mike Schur needs to reach out to us. He needs to make sure he touches base with everything that's going on, so that when he brings it to that next level, the main show, then we ain't got no issues there. Because like you said, you hit him off with the whole light the beam joint. Like, I mean, you were there. You were there. And I don't know about Mike Schur, but I've been a Hartford Whaler since I was a baby.
Yeah.
I can tell you that Connecticut doesn't have an accent. I'm speaking without one. I know all this stuff, but he takes these New England-esque tropes and then he establishes them on air to these people who are disrespectful. Like these everyone's disrespectful on that show, bro. Why is there no one out there to defend the Cowboys?
Yeah. And here's the other thing. Did you guys like Sarah Spain, the commish, laying down the law?
Just talked over disrespect. Sarah Spain, more like Sarah Payne, huh? She came in and laid it down.
How were the Cowboys disrespected, Brian? But anyway, you're welcome, because who grilled Mike Fuentes on the grid of death a month ago? We did. A month and a half ago. I don't know. We did. And what happens? Sarah Spain comes in. Punishments are paid, right? Mike Ryan eats some toilet paper. And you know what, guys? I have to eat toilet paper. This isn't toilet paper. This is a tissue.
It counts.
So,
It counts.
Brian,
eat 3 of them. Go.
Can you say no?
It counts.
Can I eat one of these? This is big. Is a tissue.
You can eat 1.5.
One and a half. Okay, tell me about the Cowboys.
Listen, so we got to make some adjustments. Hearing these people talk about the world's team, no more America's team, the world's team, the Dallas Cowboys, but talk about it in such a fallacious, arthropedic, that's not a word, but I said it type of way. How the hell y'all gonna say Kellen Moore ain't the problem there? The ex-Cleveland Browns NFL fan is going to tell me what the problem is with somebody. You don't have a basis on what that even means. Like, you can't tell people what the problem is on the outside looking in. Kellen Moore, his whole philosophy was short third downs. Dak will take care of us. In a league where everyone is thinking, why are we getting to third down? Exactly. That might be Mike calling right now, but I don't care because it don't matter. You ain't gonna get me to stop talking, bro. Like, for a team that has covered so much, y'all do a real bad job of covering them. And that's all I'm saying. Y'all want to hit up my man Todd Archer. Y'all can hit him up. Y'all can hit up a lot of people. Like, all I'm saying is y'all gotta be more. Y'all don't get it. Y'all complain about the Cowboys getting all this attention, but y'all ain't got no one who pay attention to the Cowboys.
And by the way, folks, keep your eyes on the ball. Who's behind what's happening in the Dallas Zoo? I'll tell you what, it's not PETA. It's Mike McCarthy and Brent Maher, because they want you to forget about their performances.
Brett Maher?
It's Brett?
Brett Maher.
Maher? Whatever.
See what I mean?
He doesn't deserve for me to know how to pronounce his name.
How's that paper?
PhD.
How's that paper going?
You know what I'm realizing? This is impossible to eat. Like, it's just not.
Yeah, you got to split it, bro. You got to split it.
You can't. Yeah, I'm not going to eat this. I'm just going to chew on it for a bit.
No,
that's why Mike said, no, you can't.
Come on, you got to swallow it. It don't count if you don't swallow it, and you got another half. So while you discuss that, I'm gonna talk about what the Cowboys need to address coming up. I
don't think it's possible, Brian.
It can. Just you got to stop talking and try a little bit more. So going forward, right? The Cowboys need to take a book out of what they're doing in Philadelphia. All right, they need to decide. We're paying. Listen, we're already paying Dak a shitload of money. But listen,
I'll beat them, join them.
I'll even bring this towards you. Let's talk about money and quarterbacks. It's a preconceived notion that in order to win in the NFL, you need to have a quarterback that is on a cheap contract while everyone else around them is getting money in a position that matters, such as a skill position like wideout, right? Dak makes less money than Matthew Stafford. Today, you will not take Matthew Stafford over Dak. Because unless he won that Super Bowl last year, we would have been all talking about how Matthew Stafford led the league in interceptions last year. Right?
And he probably would have led it if he didn't get hurt.
It's not so much Dak can't win a Super Bowl. That's stupid. It's some players need more to win a Super Bowl. And unfortunately, with the people in position in the Dallas organization, there won't be many people to get out of the way of their own selves. And unfortunately, as a Cowboys fan, we've acknowledged this. We've unlike the tissue, we've swallowed this. We've focused on the idea that while Jerry Jones and maybe even a Jones period owns that team and there's no GM in place, we're fucked. It sucks. It sucks because it'd be different if I could ignore my games, but they're on TV every weekend. And when you look at the top 10 most watched NFL games, 6 of them are Dallas. Like, it's easy to ignore that if it was possible to, but I can't. I turn on TV and it's Cowboys. I turn on ESPN, it's Cowboys. I turn on Dallas Cowboys, it's Cowboys. Listen, all I'm trying to say is I got 2 quarterbacks for you. 2 quarterbacks for you, right? Quarterback A, quarterback B.
Breaking apart, Brian. I'm trying.
Quarterback A, quarterback B, right? Quarterback A, quarterback B. Hold up. Let's do it better for the audience. Audio hearers, I'm doing 1 and I'm doing 2. Nathan, number 1. All right, we got quarterback number 1 and we got quarterback number 2. In their last 13 games, right? Quarterback 1, 98.3 QBR, 28 touchdowns, 3,264 yards, 16 picks. Okay? That's quarterback 1. You're smart, prostate. Oh, Jesus. Quarterback 2.
Tried to swallow some of it.
Quarterback 2. Hey. Quarterback 2. 84.5 QBR, 21 touchdowns, 2,920 yards, and 13 picks. Which quarterback are you taking? 1 or 2?
Those are 13 games?
Last 13 games to end the season.
Is that a 13-game sample because Dak only played 13 games?
No, that was the last 13 games to end the season because, come on, it's a long season. I mean, not one of these quarterbacks ain't even Dak.
I am going to, I mean, that's obvious, Brian. They can't both be Dak. And one better be Dak because otherwise, what are we doing? Well, I'm thinking, what am I doing? This is hard to eat tissue, but.
Are you taking 28 touchdowns or 21 touchdowns?
And it's 13 or 16 picks?
13 versus 16.
And that was a big difference in yards, right? It was like
32, 64, 29, 20.
That's the whole game's worth of yards.
Yeah.
I'm taking A or 1.
One.
Yeah, I'm taking 1.
Yeah, you're taking Dak Prescott over the last 13 games versus Josh Allen.
Wow.
And there's a lot, and it don't matter because if you ain't got the star on your helmet, people don't care. People don't care. And listen, I get it. You get the star on your helmet, you don't get a Super Bowl. Hell, you don't even get an NFC champion. Fuck that. You don't even get a divisional playoff win. You get you get sleep mattress numbers commercials. You get Dannon Oikos yogurt commercials. You get to do Tony Romo with Pete Shellick in the booth. Wait, who's he in there with?
Pete, what?
Pete Shellick.
I'm sorry, Brian. I was looking for a way that I could secretly spit this out because it's getting worse. When it breaks apart, it's actually worse.
I see you, but you're almost there. This is only the half piece, right?
No, that's the full piece, Brian.
Okay,
dude, come on, look at that.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Just finish this. So as you finish that, let's talk about another quarterback. Earlier, I mentioned that I also am from the Connecticut area. And we were given the option to root for Boston or New York teams, right?
Really? They just came to you like, here's your option? Like who?
It was like a stork.
A stork?
Yeah. I personally
would
never root for the New England Patriots. Solely because they used Hartford, Connecticut as a pawn to get more money from the state of Massachusetts to build a stadium. So I would never root for them. But I will admit, when the greatest of all time decides to retire, officially, we need to give it its own moment on the show. So it is time for Tom Brady time. This might be the first and last appearance of TBT, Tom Brady time.
Wow.
On the Fan Le Batard Show, the fastest growing Dan Le Batard podcast in the world. YouTube channel, 99,000 views in the last 2 days. That's just how we do it.
Wow.
Let's hear Tom Brady's retirement video.
Are you playing it? Am I playing it? Or are we're gonna add it in?
I thought you were playing it.
I didn't know we were gonna play the video.
Oh, okay. All right.
I can put it in right there.
Okay.
Good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring for good. I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So I won't be long-winded. Like, you only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year. So really thank you guys so much, to every single one of you, for supporting me, my family, my friends, my teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever. There's too many. Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing. Love you all.
I ate the tissue.
I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at Tom. I'm laughing at his lies.
His lies. So you don't believe him, Bryan?
I don't believe the fact that I don't believe him in the fact that he loves his family.
He loves his Gronk family.
I don't believe him, and actually he looks scary. Like, I'm looking at him in this video, and I don't know if it's distortion because it was probably the front camera, but he looks a little creepy.
Yeah, people have talked about that, but
Like,
I don't believe him.
are
Although,
you
do you believe that this is still the first Tom Brady? I mean, maybe it looks different because
he's a body double.
they've been cloning him. And this one's, I mean, folks, what's happening is this is the clone coming to the end of its cycle.
Think about it. Tom Brady. How many letters? 8. Damar Hamlin. How many letters? 8.
Are you sure? They don't have the same number of letters.
Republicans can't spell. It's fine.
They can't count either because they're always asking for those recounts too. Even though you off by a lot, bro. They got some funny ways of counting stuff.
Hey, listen.
Some funny ways of dividing up districts. Those Republicans and Tom Brady. You think we believe he's retired?
Who do you believe more?
Right. You only get one of these.
Who do you believe more?
I just want to say,
Tom Brady or the NBA refs?
I mean, the NBA refs for sure.
That's a damn shame.
No.
That's a
Is
damn
it?
shame.
You can't portray. Look, the refs haven't put out a statement like it's gut wrenching to us, and then the next day they're out in the club, be like, "Woo, did you look right?" But Brady's been like, "Oh, thank you so much, Tampa Bay, for everything you've done. What a crazy ride it's been." And then I'm back, and then during the season, like, retirement's not in my future, and now he's like, "You only get one of these." I use mine up. I'm so funny. Go see 80 for Brady. And it's a funny movie. Go make me some more money. And Fox, I'm going to parachute in to the Super Bowl coverage and make some more money. And then I'm going to come back. Where's he going to come back? Not Las Vegas. I don't think Las Vegas. San Francisco.
That's a good shout. How look at me Louie of him, by the way, another thing the show stole. How look at me Louie of him to announce this retirement on day 1 of Black History Month. Like, fam, day one of Black History Month.
Wow.
After what just happened in Memphis. After what just happened in Memphis. After what just happened in California. Ain't he from California?
Yeah.
Aren't you from California?
I am from California,
Why are they shooting people in California that are double amputated?
I have not heard about that story.
And he was double amputated because he lost his legs in an incident with the cops previously.
Folks, you know what I won't be doing? Pouring one out for Tom Brady's career. This is what my wife said next to me.
She's so
Got
sweet.
myself a fancy little gift. I won't tell you the story about how I got this $300 box of whiskey for McCollum, but I'm not pouring it out for Tom Brady because his career is not over, Bryan.
I'll be expecting mine in the mail because Reparations.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Little. I do. Maybe I'll dig up some. I did have some like little travel files. I'm send something to you. We'll see if you're nice, if you're good.
That is another episode of the Fan Le Batard Show. It's your boy B Green.
Nathan, holding it down, solid.
Like your poops later when that tissue comes out.
Yeah, too solid. Which, by the way, the other day I had to wipe my butt with paper towels, so this isn't going to be good either. Pay the teachers, at least pay their janitors so they can put toilet paper in our bathrooms.
You got the Macallan. You can't say that and then have the Macallan. Like, you can't use the tissue paper in the box of Macallan.
I didn't pay for this. My wife didn't pay for it either. Nobody paid for this. This is gratis, which makes it all the more special.
Hey, tax time. Make sure you write that bad boy off.
Macallan Rare Cast for the podcast audience. Look it up. Look at me, Louie. All right, bye. Bye, people.
Dipset, Burgang. Hug a black person. Ask first, though.